Hey guys, it's me, the Witch of the Wilderness, and this reading today is all about crystal balls. So, the art of reading crystal balls is known as crystallomancy, which is a very fancy word. So, if you are interested in learning how to use a crystal ball, then this is the video for you. So, crystal balls come in many sizes. Some are quartz, some are glass, and I would say that if you are thinking of purchasing your first crystal ball, then I would recommend going to a reputable metaphysical store as opposed to buying one online or second-hand. This is mainly because it's important to choose one that you feel drawn to, and you can only really do that in person. Plus, if you buy one second hand, then there is always a risk that you are taking negative energy, which is imbued in the crystal ball and is very hard to cleanse and get rid of, and it will skew your readings. So if possible, always try and buy from a reputable store. There is a myth circulating that you can only read crystal balls on a full moon. Some people actually stick to this, but myself, I do not see the point. Instead of reading it on the full moon, I tend to put it in the moonlight and let it charge. So, how do you do a crystal ball reading? Well, before you begin, me personally, I like to cleanse the area. So this is my bedroom, so I would cleanse the area in which I'm going to do the crystal ball reading by using a sage smudge stick. Sometimes I put lavender in there for a calming effect, or lemongrass, and this helps to cleanse and purify the energies in the room. I will then meditate for anywhere from 5 minutes to half an hour until I feel that I am in the correct headspace to be able to do an accurate and fulfilling reading. It's also important to close the curtains and light a candle. So it could be a candle like this, or one like this, and place it either behind you or to the side of you, so that the reflections that you see in the crystal ball will not detract from your reading. Whereas if you place them in front of it, then the flickering of the flame often causes you to lose your focus in a reading, I find, and this should be avoided at all costs, as the main thing is to focus. So after you've saged and lit your candles and the room is dark, you can put ambient music on, such as what I'm playing in this video, if you believe that this will help you focus. You should then pick up your crystal ball and hold it for 2 minutes and focus your energy going into the crystal ball, because the link between what you see in the crystal ball is all to do with your energy, because this is a tool that you use and it needs to be in sync with you in order for it to be able to be used correctly. So whilst we are holding the crystal ball and we are feeling very calm with the sage and the incense and the music, we focus on the question that we wish to be answered. You can say it out loud, you can say it in your head with your eyes closed. So questions like, will my interview go well? What does the future hold for me? What was I in my past lives? Will I marry my partner? Well, will I go travelling this year? Anything that you wish to know, you can use your crystal ball for, but you need to ask the question whilst imbuing your energy into it. Then you place the crystal ball back on the stand and you simply gaze at the ball. And as you are gazing, it is important that you just lose focus. Try not to blink, try not to think. If you're good at the Magic 8 pictures, or whatever it is they're called, then you should be very good at this. So as you gaze, your third eye, which is linked to your psychic abilities, will start to activate, and you will see a mist in the crystal ball. And then when the mist starts, shortly after, the mist will fade and you will see images appearing in the crystal ball. Now, it's important to try and remember these images, and you may also hear words or see words. And sometimes people even say that there's certain smells hit them, and this is all provided by the third eye. So it's important, whilst you are gazing, not to overthink the meaning, but merely just to remember, oh, I saw a ship, or I saw a dog, or the colour pink, or, you know, I saw a young boy or an old woman. Just remember it, and then when the reading is done and no more images come through, it could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be half an hour. It all depends on when the images stop. You should have a journal or a piece of paper and simply write down everything that you saw whilst crystal gazing, and then you can think, how does any of what I saw and journaled relate to the question that I asked? And sometimes it will fit together like a jigsaw and it will all just slot into place, but other times it is more complex. And some people say that after they have surmised what they think the crystal ball was trying to tell them, in order to confirm this, they like to do a tarot reading, so like a 3-card draw, maybe even just a 1-card pull, just to try and sum up their findings. So the most important things when you have a crystal ball is to look after it. So the most important point that I can make is never leave uncovered in direct sunlight. Even if you have a cloth, just place it over the top, because if the sunlight hits this funny and you are not at home, it can burn your house down. It is like a magnifying glass, and if the sunlight hits it, it's not good. So I personally would leave either in a place in the shade, if not covered, or wrap it up off its stand, put it in a box. And this also helps because if you store it in a box, then no one else is tempted to mess with it. So my son, he's into everything, so I have to make sure that things like this are on tables or shelves away from him, because tools like this, like I said, are so personal to you that if other people touch it and their energies transfer, it will throw your readings completely off whack, and you may not realise why, because you may not realise that they've touched it. So if possible, keep it in a drawer, keep it on top of a cupboard in a box, and keep it wrapped up to avoid scratches. So you can charge it in the full moon light, and if you wish to use it before a full moon, then also if you have any moon water, you can spray it or dip it in the moon water, or wring a cloth in the moon water and simply wipe it over. But if you wish to cleanse it, then you can waft a smudge stick around it, and once again you can use moon water. But the main point with crystal ball gazing is patience and focus. The first time you do it, it's not going to suddenly work. It's something that takes time and something that takes a lot of practice. So the saying practice makes perfect is really, really important in this case. When I first started crystal ball reading, I got the mist, but images, nah, it wasn't happening, because my third eye, it wasn't open, and I just wasn't engaging enough and focusing. So try and try again, and just keep practicing, because you will get it. It just takes some getting used to, especially just letting your vision go blurry, seeing the mist happen and not blinking. So yeah, that's everything at the minute that I can think of to say about crystal balls. I really hope you found this interesting. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on my Facebook page, Witch of the Wilderness, on Instagram, or leave me a comment below. Like if you like the video, subscribe so you don't miss my next videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye!